First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Giants and the Detroit Lions. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Now Saquon Barkley. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. They'll run it now out of the gun. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. Complete to Bryant. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down. And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. They'll run with Barkley. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Really good stop there by the end in this 4-3 defense.
Yeah, not just pass rushers anymore, are they? Those guys can use their hands, control the point of attack, shed those blockers, and go get those ball carriers.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Second and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The ex-Iowa Hawkeye Mike Daniels in for the sack.
Well, enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And Tate's got it. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Golden Tate, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Rosas good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Ready? 30 base.
Mark 47. You remember me? You remember me? Let's go, baby.
Let's go.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
We don't want this.
Running from the gun, Johnson. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Ready, set.
Mike 57. Let's go, D. Let's go. 57's the mic. Rock 57. Hey, let's get some pass.
From the gun on 3rd down, Daniels. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants side of the field. A big play there for Detroit. 45 yards. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10.
Quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback. Topper. Fight.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Open man is Galladay, complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Daniels. And he's got it. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. T.J. Hockenson. His first touchdown of the new season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Point after try forthcoming. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Ringer, guys. Fight. 51. Watch the run.
Back to throw here. He finds Coleman. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
It's a gain of 20. First down, New York.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Barkley. Tracy Walker in on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Ready?
On second down, here's Barkley. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. These two teams all tied after one. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on third down. Looking to throw. Oh, trying to fit it into Shepard, but it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. The CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Ready,
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot.
57's right. Good track.
Throwing again. Daniels. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well-run route.
The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. Back to throw. Daniels. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, and it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Tackle made by the 3rd-round pick out of Louisiana, Tracy Walker. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
A gain there of 30 big ones.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Let's get off the field.
They go with Brown, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Let's go now. 15 on it. 3-3. 87's mine. I got 87.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. And, boy, on this drive, it looked like the offense was really moving the football. I mean, they have been moving the football, but now they're in a tough spot. Nice play defensively.
Certainly felt like the defense decided to answer what the offense was doing. Okay, you're doing pretty well there. Guess what? We're going to bring some pressure. See if you can handle that. And they got to him on 2nd down, and that sets up a 3rd and long. Advantage defense.
We're really in a hole here, 3rd and 17, following the 2 negative plays.
He'll
drop to throw. And the pressure gets to him again.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't done before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. This thrown quickly out to Jones. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the toss, here's Johnson. And this thing gets blown up well behind the line of scrimmage, but the marker is down on the field. Who's this against? They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Alpha.
From the gun, Daniels. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
On the double.
57. Hey, watch your leg.
On 3rd down, Daniels. He finds his man Johnson. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Greystone travel.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On 1st and 10, Daniels. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Hey, Echo. Get it.
Looking to throw. Daniels. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile.
Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59.
Buzz.
Mike spot 9.
Ready.
Operating from the gun. Daniels looking downfield for Jones. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Here's Sam Martin now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Giants will get it now at the 20. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. 2nd and 2. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll drop the throw. Going deep here for Bryant. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark. And
the defense able to recover, bat it free. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw here. This is Coleman with the ground. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. They'll try and run forward with Barkley. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Bryant, the lone receiver, left. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. 2nd and 4. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by the linebacker, Jared Davis. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Intercepted. The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 1-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece. 7-7 our score. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch. But you know what they love even more? Completion.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now. Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
To throw on second down, Daniels with a catch made by Johnson.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
11 yards there and a Lion first down.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 47. Back to throw. Daniels. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Here we go, set, 60 or protein spill.
2nd and 15. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. from the gun. Daniels. And James has it. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long.
50 seconds to Mike. 50 seconds to Mike.
Ready?
Operating from the gun. Daniels. Looking downfield for Jones. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first. But at least it's 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Detroit. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half, and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And the Giants first down.
On the ready. 58 to Mike.
A first down carry for Barkley. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. The defensive line made pretty easy work of the offensive line that time.
And people get tired of the cliche that the battle is won in the trenches. But it's a cliche because it's true. And how about the battle right there? One on the edge, and the ball carrier did not benefit.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. We'll get this out to Barkley, complete. No yardage to speak of whatsoever. Leads to a 3rd down. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They couldn't contain Deshaun Hand that time as he gets home for the sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. 47's the mic. 47's the mic. That's right, baby. They don't want it.
From the gun, Daniels. James has got it, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
Recon, 132 fighter. Go.
Throwing on first down. Daniels. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. Touchdown, Detroit! T.J. Hockenson, his second touchdown of the afternoon, and the Lions have taken the lead. His first career touchdown pass, and it's cliche to say, but he's probably been envisioning this since he was a little kid. That's a cool moment.
It really is. So enjoy the moment, enjoy the time, celebrate, save the full reflection for later, but make sure you grab someone on the sidelines and say, hey, make sure I get that football, okay?
Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Giants with possession of the football but needing points as we start quarter number 4. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Great start to the second quarter, better than 30 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Flush to his right. Now he's going to let it go. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. A gain of 32 that time. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And it's caught. A gain of 9 there. Sets up 2nd and goal. They come out here in the eye. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? And Barkley will try to punch it in. And the avenue collapsed for him as he's going to be held up short of the goal line. He tried to get the nose of the football across to no avail, and now it's 3rd and goal. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on 4th. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. They'll run with Barkley, and he is in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun. Daniels. Complete. It's Johnson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
57's the mic. Watch 57.
Hey, Haywood.
From the gun, Daniels. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 39-yard line.
They'll go to Barkley again, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw. He wants it all for the end zone. And he finds Shepard. Touchdown, Giants. Sterling Shepard, his first touchdown of the new season. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still on attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now a man open down the middle of the field, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Daniels. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production, but how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
And to the 46 he goes and no further, so he is well short of the 1st down marker. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 4th down, Daniels. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Johnson. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
This defense needs a big play in the worst way because so far, they're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be over for them.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Down. 10 Lobo. Set the tone. 6-6. Pull it high. Show it. Down.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
The outlaw.
Check, 47. Go, go, go.
47.
They'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And he'll get this back across the midfield, striping down to the 47-yard line. Another costly turnover, their 2nd of this 2nd half. And earlier when I asked you your keys to the 2nd half, you said, hey, it may be trite, but I think it's turnovers. That's coming to fruition.
It certainly is, and let's face it, they named the game after it, right? So isn't it the most important thing?
What, the football?
Exactly. They named the game for it. Take care of it.
Here we go. Here we go. It's on the ending. Right there. It's coming this way. Coming this way. Here we go.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it. Put it to him, Jet, cover. Put it to him, Jet, cover. 58.
Barkley. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Here now, Johnny Townsend as he's on to punt for New York. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And not what he was hoping for there as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. Back to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Melvin Ingram dropping the hammer off the edge. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game.
Here we go. 15, Ronnie. 15 now. 6-man. Inside.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 35.
That's it, buddy. You got what?
Well, Charles, this one's going to be hard to digest. You take the lead into the 4th quarter, lose that lead. Maybe they felt like they let this one slip away a little bit.
They will definitely feel like that because when you have a lead in the 4th quarter, all you talk about doing is finishing and closing a game out. But when you flip it over, how about that? Making the comeback and then finishing the game, sealing it on defense, they will feel jubilant in their locker room.
So for the Giants, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Detroit, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.